Good evening. Today is Thursday, May 20th, 2021, and this is the meeting for the Board for the Civilian Police Oversight Agency. Next on our agenda is reports from city departments. First on the list is APD, the Compliance and Oversight Division, with Acting Commander Sean Waite. Commander?
Thank you, Ms. Galloway. Good evening. So tonight I'm going to review the variation between IMR 12 and 13. As you know, the independent monitor report for the most recent period came out a couple weeks ago, and we've just produced a short PowerPoint to walk you through that. So one change on the monitor team, the fourth one down, Mr. Rick Naselis is a new member to the team. He will be interacting mostly with Internal Affairs Professional Standards, which is under Commander Zach Cottrell, who's also on the call tonight. Documents related to the court-approved settlement agreement, or the CASA, are found at these two links. The independent monitors report is posted online as well, so if anybody wants to access it, it's available there. And just as an overview, these are the main sections for the CASA. So the main sections are on the left. There are 276 measurable paragraphs, and just as a review, 3 levels of compliance: primary, which deals with policy development and publishing. Secondary has to do with training, and operational has to do with implementation of all those things into daily operations. So these are bar graphs of our levels of compliance over time. So you can see that we have had a drop from IMR 12 to IMR 13, approximately 10% in secondary compliance and approximately 5% in operational compliance. So if you look back over time, as was noted by the monitor, we're somewhere on the graph between IMR 8 and IMR 9 with respect to our current progress. So we have slipped a little bit. So again, primary compliance, we remain 100% in primary compliance. We remain 82% in secondary and 59% in operational compliance. So these are the main sections and how we fared over time. So looking at use of force, we had during this monitoring period, we had 29 measurable paragraphs that decreased in compliance. Obviously that affected those compliance rates that I showed you previously. We also had 5 paragraphs in crisis intervention that decreased. Specialized units, which would be the tactical team and the specialized investigative units, that stayed substantially the same. Policies and training reduced a little bit. I would note that many of the use of force and the policy and training paragraphs decreased because of our inability to produce training over the last year. Some of that was complicated by COVID, but some of that was our failure to produce a reasonable plan for that training. So these 4: misconduct, complaint intake, investigation and adjudication, staffing, management and supervision, recruitment, selection and promotions, officer assistance and support, all stayed basically the same. And finally, we had a slight decrease in community engagement. You can see that we had 3 paragraphs that increased in compliance and 5 that decreased. And then in implementation, compliance, assessment, and enforcement, we had 1 that decreased in compliance. So that's just a brief overview. I have provided this PowerPoint, and I can to community groups. I can also provide it to the CPOA if you guys would like a copy of it as well. So I'm available for questions if I can answer them. So thank you for your time, at least with the presentation.
Thank you, Commander. Members of the board, do we have any questions? All right, seeing no other questions, I thank you for your time.